Yo, so what's going on, Battlefielders? It is Pwn, and we have an 8v8 Pubstar? What's going on, guys? Make sure you let me know down in the comments below, and leave a rating if you honestly want to see more of these. We could do these every week. Every Wednesday could be a new one. And this is extremely different from what I usually post on my channel, so you got to be honest with me in the comments below. But we're improvising a tactic that I came up with, and it's the idea of kind of a sleight of hand thing. We've got the tank moving up on the right towards B. We've got the two little buggies scurrying across the road to get over there to C, while I cover from the top, trying to suppress and possibly kill anyone that are trying to javelin or RPG our guys. Unfortunately, what we were not ready for, our tactic did never in any sort of our situations did we expect the tank to actually just stroll straight down on C. Now, it is quite a wide open area. We factored in the likelihood that the tank would probably try to go match the other tank, so by the time they spot it, we figured it would be tank on tank over at B, and we really did not think that they would fully utilize the tank right there at the C objective, but they obviously know how important and how valuable C is to hold in this game. So I'm not going to give you any spoiler alerts. This is going to be extremely unique, extremely different, and I do believe I was the only person ever, and throughout this whole, whether or not we were attacking or defending, I think I was the only person to ever use Recon. And I switched it up a few times. I think in this whole tournament, I used 4 or 5 different guns. I'm using the SV98 right now, trying to cover my guys, get into a close area to put down a motion sensor and spawn beacon to be able to be, that much more useful, because getting behind these guys is a unique tool. I'm usually pretty damn decent with a sniper, not so much in this one right here. Oh, I should have taken his tags. I would have been all up into Squirrel's nuts, but I guess not. And yeah, I was just nervous, and I have to admit, I was nervous against playing against a team of people that I knew were great. You had 2 of the pro rival members on the other team with LevelCap and Aaron, and you had a lot of other guys. If you're curious exactly how the teams were laid out, you can check the description below, as well as all of their channels will be down there. It was 8v8. You got guys like LevelCap, myself, Colin, Squirrel's Nuts, Nick Bunyan, Frope, Matimio, everybody you can think of is participating in this, and I do believe that I'm going to be doing this every Sunday. We have our tournaments on Sunday, and we upload a video every Wednesday, and depending on how well this does on the channel, I know you guys kind of look for the weird random commentaries from me, but if you want to see more tactical type gameplays or even listen-ins, I'd be more than happy to go ahead and do that for you guys. But this was very, very difficult, and I was kind of upset because I volunteered just to be that Recon, to be that mobile spawn point. I like being able to support, even though I'm a hell of a tank, and I would probably be much more useful to our team with like an M16A3 in my hand. But my goal was to get behind them, which is one thing that I'm really, really good at. I mean, trust me. And so I was thinking that I was going to use my stealthiness, my sneakiness, and my very sneaky to get behind these guys and put down a mobile beacon, so these guys can continuously spawn in here and either hit B or C, despite whatever sort of pressure they may have on us. So I do switch it up. I realize the SV98 is no longer a necessity, and I do switch to the Asphalt. Now, obviously, it's probably not the best one in this. I probably should have gone with the SKS due to the damage and the ability of that gun. The Asphalt is great with the suppression factor, not like actual suppression, but the fact that it's a silenced weapon, that's great and all, but as you guys can tell, it's not the strongest in the thing, and heads up against anything like the M16A3 or any other engineer weapon, 9 times out of 10 you'll lose that gunfight. So it's not the strongest weapon, but obviously I'm trying to do my best to support my team and play my role. And it does pretty well at the start. I do get quite a lot of deaths. But in the end, we all tried. We all tried to do our best to play our roles appropriately. And I do believe next time I'm going to try to go for that assault loadout. I got to get the patty cake in, man. I was jonesing for it in this one right here. I was going through withdrawals, biting my nails, all that shit. I needed a patty cake. So, of course, a little bit farther into this gameplay, I realized that I can't use the Asphalt anymore. I missed a lot of opportunities, especially the long-range ones. This gun is completely unreliable, especially against skilled players, and I'm already limiting myself, my abilities, tenfold. Like, it's just incredibly horrible to know that you're going up against guns like the G3A3 or the AK-74M or even the M16A3 when you've just got the Asphalt. Now, I know the Asphalt is not the best gun in the game, but in the hands of a pub player or something like that where you can just bully up and nobody's taking any sort of caution, there's no teamwork going on, it's okay. In this situation, girlfriend, no, it's not something that you want to do. It's nothing that I would ever suggest anybody to use. So I do switch it up. I end up pulling out the M16A3, which was kind of crazy because the game before I tried the G3A3, and just because I'm a dick, I had the poopy gun loadout on it still, so I had the G3A3 with the infrared on it, so I pull it out, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I totally wasn't ready in that situation, but we got really, really tactical. We all spread it out and made sure we all had different perks on. Sprint, this and that. We spread it out to the sense that we tried to communicate, tried to team up. And the initial plan did not work out too well because we really just underestimated the fact that it was very, very likely for them to come out. Now, this is exactly what I'm talking about, how the asphalt... see, if that would have been an M16A3, half of the clip would have been used and he would have been dead, in half that time. And that's one of the limited issues with it. Now, I do manage to go ahead and pull out the M16A3 now, and it really does change my playstyle. It changed the ability for me to kill people. Look at that, Grandpa. Sit down. So, I have to admit that this was one of the most impressive, fun experiences I have ever, let me repeat, I have ever had playing Battlefield. Pub stomping is great. Having successful scores is great. Getting patty cakes in, doing cool things, getting montage clips are just great. But there's a different level that you have to appreciate when you're playing against other skilled players. You go into this knowing you're going to have your hands full. There's no lenient side towards, the odds. No one's guaranteed to win this. We had hell of a teams. They were quite balanced. This side, that side. Now, the game before this was actually, they played on Assault. They happened to win by 40. So they managed to clutch it out last minute, and they won by 40, meaning we lost. So which meant that there was a lot of pressure on us in this game right here to make sure that we won. So we had to go in here. We had to protect it down. We had to lock it down. We had to triple cap, and we had to do a lot because at the end of the day, we had to win by at least 41. 40 to tie, 41 to win. And that's a lot of pressure. I'm sorry, Frope. You just deserve to die right here, brother. And, I'm sorry, bro. I'll take care of your fish sticks later. But, basically, it was a different kind of experience and a different level of respect because I like getting outplayed. I like the challenge. I like to be able to drive myself. I like to know that I got killed by somebody better than me. I like to know that there are great players on the other team, and I'm dying to great players. I hate when I get killed by something like the M26 Dart, something in a pub, something out of your control. But I like getting killed by somebody that I know just actually outplayed me. I like to know what happens, what went wrong. And right here, oh my god, that was just extremely slow reflexes. And that was just part of underestimating who was on the other team. I was just thinking in the mindset, you should pre-fire this. I wasn't in the mindset to understand that, there are a lot of skilled players on the other team that are ready to pop your noob cherry in this competitive thing. So I had a lot of adjusting to do, and this was my first experience. These guys have done 2, 3, 4 of these already, and I was kind of the virgin of the group, guilty as charged. And I have to admit, it was a great thing. I do clutch a little bit here at the B objective. We managed to come back last minute, and we do win 48 to 40. It was such a close game, could have gone either way. I can't wait to see what happens next week. I think we're going to be playing on Sharky next week. But Conquest Assault was something crazy, and as you guys know, I don't have the most experience on Conquest, which really, really limits me, and this is something that I enjoy, though. I enjoy having to go uphill. I enjoy having to push myself, to better myself, to play against people that are better to me, to learn, to have the opportunity to find out how they think and better myself. And that's what I took away from this. So I want to thank the guys that participated in this, that helped me become a better player, and there's just nowhere to go but up from here. And, I think I'm a great pub star. I think I'm a great, sniper. But in the competitive scene, there's a lot to learn. And that's one thing that people need to understand, that, this gameplay may just turn out to be a 17 and 13, may not be flashy, pew pew pew, it might not be something super entertaining, crazy kill streaks. But at the end of the day, this is people with relatively decent skill playing against other people with relatively decent skill, and the outcome is just completely up in the air. It could go either way. And I like that. I like to see a real challenge. I like to see skilled players versus skilled players. I mean, you want to see the best teams in the world clash it out, man. You don't want to see the Redskins go up against the Patriots. You don't. You honestly don't. You don't want to see the Columbus Crew go up against Barcelona. You don't. That's exactly how it is. You want to see the best of the best. And this is what I love about this. So if you guys would like to see more, leave an honest comment down below. I mean, I know this is not my style, so I fully understand and appreciate the fact that if you guys do not want to see any more of these, I won't post them. But it's fully up to you guys. I can also start doing live listen-ins where you guys can hear us communicate, call out. I didn't do it this time because I wanted to do it as a trial run to see what you guys think. I'm trying to do my best to suppress these guys. And as you guys can tell with the amount of kills and the defense that I was able to put up and help take the last objective, that the M16A3 made all the difference. Being able to switch class really switched my game up and allowed me to step up to help my team a little bit more. So it was something I learned from mid-game. Do not be afraid to change up what you need to do in the situation. So thanks for watching, guys. Remember to check out the description down below. Check out the other guys, see their perspective, and maybe the other game as well. It was 2 of them. Peace out, guys. Get it.